Love English Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Love English Podcast. We are here to help you learn English for your real life in a simple and natural way. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Emma. It's so wonderful to be here with you all. This is a safe space for you to learn. So we will always speak slowly and explain everything. Leo, I just got off the phone with my friend, Maria. She got a new job.
Oh, that's fantastic news. Congratulations to her.
It is, and it's a fully remote job, so she gets to work from home every day. She's so excited about it. But she's also a little nervous. She thinks there will be good things and bad things about it.
That is a very smart way to think. Most things in life are not 100% good or 100% bad. They usually have a mix. And this is a perfect introduction to our topic today, how to talk about the pros and cons of something.
Pros and cons. This is such a useful phrase. What does it mean exactly?
Pros are the good things about something, the advantages, the reasons why you are for it. Cons are the bad things, the disadvantages, the reasons why you are against it.
So the pros and cons of working from home means the good things and the bad things about working from home. Are there other words we can use?
Yes, you can also say advantages and disadvantages. Or more casually, you can talk about the upsides and the downsides. They all mean the same thing, the good parts and the bad parts.
This is a great skill to learn because it helps you sound more thoughtful and intelligent. You are not just saying, I like it or I don't like it. You are showing that you can see both sides of a situation.
Exactly. And to do this, we need some special connecting phrases. These phrases are like signals to the listener. They signal that you are going to show two different sides. The most famous one is on the one hand.
On the one hand. This phrase introduces the first side of the argument. And what is its partner?
Its partner is on the other hand. This phrase introduces the opposite side of the argument. So you can say, on the one hand, working from home is great because you have more freedom. On the other hand, it can be very lonely.
That is so clear. It perfectly structures your thoughts. Let's use this to have a full discussion about the pros and cons of working from home. It'll be great practice for our listeners.
I love it. You start. What is the biggest pro, the biggest advantage of working from home?
I think the biggest pro is the flexibility and the freedom, and no commute. On the one hand, you save so much time and money when you don't have to travel to work every day. You can wake up a little later, you don't have to sit in traffic, and you save money on gas or bus fare.
That is a huge advantage. The morning commute can be so stressful. I couldn't agree more. So you have more time and you save money. That's a great pro. Now it's your turn. On the other hand, what is a big con, a big disadvantage?
I think the biggest downside is the lack of social interaction. Social interaction is spending time and talking with other people. When you work from home, you don't have those small, friendly conversations with your coworkers in the kitchen or the hallway. It can feel very lonely and isolating.
That's a really important point. It can be hard to feel like a part of a team when you're always by yourself. Okay, my turn for another pro. On the plus side, you can be more comfortable. You can wear comfortable clothes, you can make your own lunch in your own kitchen, and you can create a workspace that is perfect for you.
That's true. I'm sitting here in a formal shirt, but if I were working from home, I might be wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants. It's a much more relaxed environment.
Exactly. Okay, your turn for another con. Well, on the other hand, a big disadvantage is all the distractions at home. Distractions are the things that take your attention away from your work.
What kind of distractions do you mean?
Well, at home, you might see a pile of laundry that needs to be done. The television is right there. Your pet might want to play. If you have children, they might need your attention. It can be very hard to focus on your work when your whole personal life is around you. It requires a lot of self-discipline.
Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do the work even when you don't want to. I agree, that is a huge challenge. Okay, one last pro for me. A big advantage is that you can work from anywhere. You don't have to live in the same city as your company. You could live in the countryside or even in a different country. It gives you so much freedom to choose where you want to live.
That is a life-changing advantage for many people. It's a huge pro. Okay, and I'll give one last con. On the other hand, it can be very difficult to separate your work life from your home life.
What do you mean by that?
When your office is in your home, it can be hard to stop working. You might check your email late at night. The line between work time and personal time can become very blurry. Blurry means not clear. You can feel like you are always at work.
That is so true. It's hard to switch off. This conversation was perfect. We looked at the topic from both sides, and we can see that working from home is not simply good or bad. It depends on the person and their job.
Exactly. It's a complex issue with many pros and cons. And now our listeners have the language to discuss a complex issue like this in a simple, clear way.
Let's do a final summary of the key phrases. The main topic is pros and cons. You can also say advantages and disadvantages, or upsides and downsides.
You can use the magic phrases on the one hand to introduce one side, and on the other hand to introduce the opposite side.
To introduce a pro, you can say a big advantage is, or on the plus side.
To introduce a con, you can say a big disadvantage is, or the downside is.
Learning these phrases will help you have deeper, more intelligent conversations. It shows you can think critically about a topic.
Thank you all for joining us on this very important episode of the Love English podcast. We hope you feel ready to discuss the pros and cons of any topic.
We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.